Giving all praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the icon that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and its sound doctrine. There's a really quick video. I was kind of meditating on this a little earlier, and I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. I was kind of meditating on this a little earlier. We get Jake, and I hear people all around the world, man, all around social media, all around everywhere, say, well, what's the answer? You know what I'm saying? What's the answer to all of this? What's the solution to all of this? Now, whether it be what's the solution to end the suffering for so-called black people, which you gotta understand, man, it's not just the black and white thing. You gotta get out of that skin color, man. That's one solution right there. Get out of that skin color. But what's the end all be all? What's the answer and the solution or whatever? The primary just primary answer would be, well, the Lord's coming to destroy this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Israel is going to be, delivered. Well, starting with the elect. All Israel is going to be saved, man. Right? The so-called Black, Latino, Native American. So, honestly, what can you do about the oppression? Nothing. Right? Nothing. Now, we can tell you what to do in your oppression. Right? But before you go to a solution, you have to look at the source of the problem first. You have to look at where the problem started, so that you know how to fix it. So once you know the source of the issue, you know how to fix it. Now, when we tell you, stop living like the heathen and make your call in an election sure. Right? You gotta wait on the Lord. But the least you could do is stop living like a heathen and make your calling and election sure. How do you do that? You have to, in order to know how to make your calling and election sure, and how to stop living like the heathen, you have to look at why the Lord put us in this situation in the first place. Why the Lord, and you can look at the video yesterday and you can equate that, you can equate that with what I'm talking about here. Why did the Lord keep delivering us in the hand of our enemies? When we called unto him, what did he do? He kept reminding us to say that I brought you out of the land of Egypt and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies. Right? You cry unto the Lord and make your call and election sure. That's what you gotta do. But Jake want the answers and don't even know where to start at. That's your main problem. You gotta know where to start. Okay, what's the cause of this? And how am I gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? You have to know what to do and what not to do. If you one of them jakes out there that say, the Bible written by man, I ain't got nothing. This video is not for you. Because this so-called book that you people so-called hate on so much, it has the answers. We could tell you what the thing is going to be before the great deliverance. We could tell you what's going to happen right before that, through to the spirit of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Okay? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. There you have it, man. So now that you know that we went off, right? Now that you know that we went off, remember, because you could say, well, why is the world the way it is? We went off. The world was made for our sakes, and this is why when Lord YAHAWASHI destroys this place, when Lord YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI destroys this place, the world is going to be in order because we're gonna rule it. But the world was made for our sake, so if we're going to be punished, the world is going to have to be punished too. Meaning the pollution, the chemtrails, all this stuff, the GMO foods, you know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be messed up. Everybody's going to be messed up because the Lord put a unruly person Salakia. He put an unruly person in rulership. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Right? So then, what do I do from here? Well, 2 Peter chapter 2, chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence, right? Give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. So that's the best thing you could do for right now is Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always. You gotta pray and you gotta stop living like the heathen, man. Right? Because let's be honest. You and your little battalion of niggas, you're not gonna break out of slavery. You keep talking about take up arms and all this other crazy stuff, man. You and your little battalion nigga brigade is not gonna break us out of slavery, man. Only the Lord can do that, man. Right? This is why it's important to read the scriptures. Damn, man, it ain't nothing we can do. Call upon the Lord. Call upon the Lord. Call upon the Lord, YAHAWASHI. Right? But Jake is too carnal for that. This is why it's important to read the stories, because every single time we went off and we had that mindset, the Lord delivered us into the hand of our enemies. Every single time we cried unto the Lord and asked the Lord and begged the Lord and cried unto the Lord, man, that we be delivered out of the hand of our enemies, He heard us. He heard us. And what did He do? He led us away from, or he delivered us from the hand of our enemies, just for us to go off again, over and over and over again, man. So we're very stiff-necked ass people. We are just hard-headed. Even to this very day. Right? Let me tell you something, man. Nobody has answers. You know the answer that we'll hear. If we go around and ask people the same exact question, well, what's going to be the answer? What's the answer to all this, man? I mean, like, what are we going to do, especially when that time comes? You know the answer we're going to hear? Get yourself some gold. Get yourself some silver. Get yourself some copper. Get your money right. Get your family right. Get your women and all this other stuff right. You know what I'm saying? Arm yourself. Okay. All fine and good, but you know the gold and the currency is not going to mean anything in that day. So what then? What then? I guess just sit back. And I don't know, do whatever. Jake literally has no thought about the future. They have no thought about the future. Right? So you gotta make your calling and election short. And so this is why a lot of Jake, you're not ready to hear the answer. Right? And that's why I'm going at with this. A lot of y'all, man, y'all not ready to hear no answers. Y'all don't deserve to hear no answers. Because you're not in sincerity. You don't even know why this is happening. And this is what I ask you, Jakes, all the time when y'all come with that. Well, what's the answer? You know what I'm saying? What do we do? Right? In order to know the answer, you gotta go back and figure out what's wrong. Why the world is in this situation it is today. And that's the one I read earlier, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. That's only one of the scriptures. That's only one of them. Once you understand that, and we didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, then you will know why so-called black people are going through what they're going through today. That's the answer right there. As far as what to do, you gotta have faith first, man. Again, man, a lot of y'all not even ready to hear the answer. And I'm not giving a complete direct answer on purpose for this video, man, because you have to go back and do research before you even dare. You're not ready for an answer. And this is why a lot of times when we tell y'all the answer, you get choked up. You got to go back. You got to go back and you got to relearn all over again, man, because you're not ready to hear the answer. A lot of y'all not ready to hear the answer. Right? I mean, you got to think about it, man. If all these other groups had answers, How come people are still running around asking for answers? And nobody knows. But again, man, a lot of y'all not ready for the answer. Anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI.